Hi everyone, welcome back to English with Anastasia. My name is Anastasia, I'm a qualified teacher of English, and today I'd like to teach you how to tell the time in English. Okay, what time is it? What time is it where you are now? Let's have a look at the two types of clock that there are available. So we have the digital clock. The digital clock is the clock where you have the numbers in the digital format. So what it means, you can have the numbers from 1 to 24 for the hour, then the colon, and then following the colon you have the number of minutes from 0 to all the way up to 59. Analog clock. The analog clock, contrary to the digital clock, represents the time with the rotating hands. So let's have a look at the analog clock and how we read the time and tell the time by the 12-hour clock. So the whole thing on the analog clock, what you see, the display, is called the clock face. Now there is also a long hand, which is the minute hand, and there is a short hand, which is the hour hand. So we tell the minutes using the long hand and we tell the hours using the short hand. How do we ask for the time? There are 4 questions at least that you can use to ask for the time, and let's have a look what they are. Have you got the time, please? Have you got the time, please? Can or could you tell me the time, please? Can you tell me the time, please? That's a more polite way of asking for the time. What's the time? What's the time? What time is it? What time is it? Now, looking at the clock face, we have the 60 minutes. So, as you can see, from the top where it says 12, we start with the 00, which is the full hour, and then we divide the clock face by 5s. So each interval represents 5 minutes. So 5, 10, 15 minutes, 20, 25 minutes, 30 minutes, which is the half of the hour, 35 minutes, 40, 45, 50, 55 and 60, or the full hour. So how do we actually tell the time using the analog clock? So here's our clock face and we divide it into 2 halves, represented here by the dotted line. The first half, which is shown here with the green arrow, usually combines with the particle past. The second half, from 30 minutes towards the next hour, is used with the particle to. Now, if we have a full hour, we say o'clock. So when the long hand is pointing at number 12, it's the full hour. So we say o'clock. It's 5 o'clock, it's 10 o'clock, it's 2 o'clock, and so on. Now, for 15 minutes, we have a word that is called a quarter. A quarter. So, if we have 15 minutes past the first hour, the first half of the hour, we say a quarter past. If we have 15 minutes left towards the next hour, we say a quarter to. And once we reach the first half of the hour, the 30 minutes of the hour, we say half past. It's half past. Now let's have a look at some examples and the schema that I have prepared for you. So when we tell the time, we say it's, which is it is, followed by the number of minutes, Then, depending on which half of the hour we are referring to, if it's the first half, we use past. If it's the second half and towards the next hour, we say to. And then we follow it up with the hour. For example, what time is it? What time is it? It's the number of minutes, 20 past, because we're talking about the hour that has just started. We haven't reached the first half of the hour yet. It's 20 past, and then the hour is 2. It's 20 past 2. Let's look at another example. So when we have a full hour, we say it's plus the hour plus the word o'clock. For example, it's 2 o'clock. It's the full hour, it's 2 o'clock. So now let's have some practice, shall we? And our first time is this one. What time is it? That's correct. It's 22:06. 20 minutes to, because we're heading towards the next hour. The shorthand is approaching the hour 6. So it's 22:06. 22:06. How about this one? What time is it? What time is it? That's right. It's 12 o'clock. The shorthand and the longhand overlap here. So the time is 12 o'clock. It's 12 o'clock. Next one. What time is it here? It's 1:15. 15 minutes, remember, we say quarter. It's 1:15. And finally, what time is it here on this clock? It's 10 to 11. It's 10 to 11. 10 to the next hour, which is 11. Thank you very much for watching, and let me know what time it is where you are right now.